Oh, all right. Thank goodness. I'm so sorry for the scare. Truly, I feel awful about it. But you're okay, right? I didn't want to alarm you, but you were in a noteworthy amount of danger. I needed you to come down here so you would be in my territory, in my den. You seem confused. You didn't you didn't see them, did you? The Kelpie, the black horse that's been following you. Oh my. Oh, you're very lucky I saw you then. You would have been a goner if it had been just a few more minutes. They're, they're awful things. They're shapeshifters, with little regard for human life or any other kind of life. They're powerful, old fae, old water spirits who have turned. They raise lakes and rivers and bogs, all at their own will. Temporary, but quickly, so quickly. A human could never hope to make it out alive. This swamp has a lot of creatures of that sort. Unsavory beings. But at the very least, they respect one another's catches and kills. And that's why I needed you in my den. As long as I got to you before the Kelpie, you were mine. Oh, no. I have no plans to harm you, just as I told you. You're safe. I only needed them to think that. Y- yes, I did call this my den. You're correct. Have you? Oh dear, your eyes. They haven't adjusted yet, have they? I forget. Humans have such limited sight. Let me see here. I should have. Here we are. There. A bit of torchlight for you. Oh dear, oh dear. Hey, please, there's no need to look so scared. I. Don't strangle you. I would never. I couldn't strangle you even if I wanted to. And I very much assure you I don't. Well, because I'm a venomous snake, which I'm not entirely sure is any better, but. What kind? What a funny question. You've been accosted by a lamia, tracked by a kelpie, and told the swamp you're traversing is home to all manners of dangerous creature, and that's your first question. Well, I'm happy to answer for you, but first, why don't we make our way a bit further into my den? It exits out again, near the edge of the tree line, which is likely the only reason you're not underwater. That Kelpie would have wanted to lead you deeper in. The swamp is mostly just wet ground nowadays. Most of the water has begun to dry. Strange happenings these past few years. Even for a place like this, there's no deep water other than in the center of this swamp where the kelpies nest. They would have raised a lake to sweep you away into their nest. And, oh, well, it would have been unpleasant. Let's leave it at that. But please, I just wanted you to know the danger. Follow me. You don't need to worry anymore. Careful of my tail. Try not to trip. There we are. Let's get you out of here. Now, you should be safer here. I'm glad. You look far too sweet to get yourself into trouble in a place like this. You really should be more careful of the places you venture into, if you don't mind me saying. I live here, and I can still admit this place looks, uh, unfortunate, to put things kindly. A soft thing like you couldn't possibly need to be in a place like this. Oh no, you're definitely a soft thing. That's not bad. But look at me. You see these teeth? This tail? The scales I've got? You heard what I mentioned about the kelpie. And that's not to mention the harpies, the kappas, the things that don't even have names. They are poison and claws, and sharp and wrought. And you are soft and warm, and you smell like pretty things. No, no, no. I'm not pretty or soft or anything like that. No, 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 no. No, I'm just a monster who doesn't want to see you get swallowed up by an even bigger monster. If I was smart, if I was a predator worth anything at all, I'd really have made you my meal, but I just can't do that. Not to somebody who doesn't deserve it. Well, no, I suppose nobody deserves it, but we've all got to eat. Somehow our conversation keeps finding its way back to places I wish it wouldn't. Let's let's start over. Hello, my name is Avi, and I'm a Lamia, or a Naga. Your people have a few names for us. Any of them will do. To answer your question from before, I couldn't tell you what type of snake I am. There isn't a one-to-one comparison from us to smaller serpents. I know you humans regard us as being half snake, half human. But, to be fair, we see you as half Lamia, half, I don't know, half something else. Something else with legs like that. Calling us half snake is like calling a lizard a snake with legs. Not entirely off the mark, but not necessarily correct either. I didn't say they were bad legs, just different, that's all. Hey, shh, please, keep your voice down. We're safer down here, but we're not entirely safe. You never really are here. I'm not the only thing that can find the edges of the swamp, you know. Here, you should probably come closer. The more your scent is mixed with mine, the better off we'll be. The torchlight still isn't much against the darkness down here, and I don't want you to trip either. An injured leg in a place like this is a very bad thing to have. You're so shy. Here, come right up against me. You won't make me uncomfortable. To the contrary, you're very warm against me. It actually feels quite nice. I know I made out being soft to sound unfortunate earlier, but it's really not bad. It's just bad in this place. You at least have something to protect yourself with, don't you? Oh, you're a witch. Oh, I suppose that does make me feel a bit better. You were probably hunting for ingredients in there then, weren't you? Well, even still, I don't know the first thing about magic, but I still wouldn't rely on it. Not here. Not near the edges of the continent. And especially not in a place like this. I've heard things. Magic is unreliable here. I don't use it, but even I can feel it. Everyone can. Everything can. trees are wild and alive with it, almost too bright a green to look at some days. Magic courses and crashes unrelentingly some days, but other days, everything is just gray. It's a dead zone, nearly no magic at all. It can change in an instant. You need something more reliable. And oh, oh no, that knife you've got is so cute. Oh, but oh dear, nowhere near enough. Here, may I see that for just a moment? Please, close your eyes. A knife like this, on its own, won't do you much good. But, uh, close your eyes. This isn't the most pleasant thing to look at. Strong stomach. Okay, if you say so. There we go. Hey, hey, I did warn you. Oh dear. But here, let the venom I just secreted dry on your blade. The scent alone will warn lesser predators off. And if you actually manage to cut a not so lesser predator with it, it will be a nasty bite. I may come off pleasant to you, but there is a reason I've survived this long here. Be very careful with that. My venom is, well, it's not weak, but you need something to keep you safe. And and you need somebody to keep you safe too. Even getting out of this area, there's still more marshland to get through. I'll help you find what you need. And I'll help you get out of here. I think I'd be much too worried about leaving you on your own otherwise. And it's something to do for me. We're not exactly ripe for activities around these parts. Oh, dear, I should be able to see some of the light from the exit to my den by now. No, it's too far off for a human. You wouldn't be able to see it. But I should. It's later than I thought. Uh, I I understand this is sudden, but the marsh is a journey to get through, and it's treacherous even during the day. I think I think you should probably stay here. if I can convince you to do that. Please. Kelpies and lamias and other things like us roam during the day, but at night, even I do my best to be back in my den. Well, no, I'm not scared. It's it's self-preservation. I can take care of myself out there, even at night, but it's it's certainly not ideal. Stay here. Let me keep you safe. I can even wrap you up and keep you warm if you'd like. I've been told it's very comfortable. You're not the first traveler I've saved. And I have food, and I have fresh water. And truthfully, you're very nice to talk to. The company would be appreciated. You'd be doing me a favor. Really? Oh, you'll stay. Oh, thank you so much. I'd be so worried about letting you go out at night. It really does make me feel better. Oh, I wasn't kidding about wrapping you up either. And you already know I'm not a constrictor. I'm no boa or python. And if I wanted to harm you, I would have bitten you by now. I think that sounded less comforting than I meant it to. I'm sorry. I don't get much in the way of chances for pleasant conversation out here. Just hold still for me, okay? Maybe sit down, lean against the wall a bit, and oh, yes, that's perfect. If it's too tight, or if you want me to let go at any point, just tell me, okay? Alright. I'm just going to slither down around you and just wrap you up like a nice hug. There. Is this okay? You're very warm. That's comfy for me too, to be honest. No, I'm not doing this for my own sake. But, well, I mean, I'm not against getting something out of this for myself either. You don't have a problem with me getting comfy too, do you? Hmm, good. Well, how's this so far? Am I too tight? Or is this okay? What a funny request for somebody who was so worried about me constricting them. Alright, I can Is that better now? Oh, good. I'll keep you safe and comfy until the morning. You'll be alright with me down here. But I think it should be good for you to get some rest. Okay? If you get hungry later, I'll find you something to eat. I'll get you fed. And tomorrow morning, we can talk. We can decide what you want to do, where you want to go, and, well, maybe I can help you. Okay? You'll be safe. I'll protect you. I promise. I won't let this place take something pure and undeserving like you. I'll do everything I can to keep you safe. Good night, my soft thing. Alright, so as usual, we're gonna keep things nice and soft for any of you who may have already found your way to sleep. But this video was my Patreon voted video of the month. And I just wanted to give a thank you to everybody who helps support me over there. And a particular shout out to those at the Fey Courtesan tier and above. Harry, Vibe Guy, Rose Nightshade, Tazwell, The Warhawk, Rhina, Alethea, Izzy Wicked, Leon's Lion, Shiny Volcarona, and Lost Tabaxi. So thank you all so much for helping support me over there. And a quick note that due to school starting back up, there will be some changes and alterations to my Patreon page. So for anybody who might be interested in that, there will be some exclusive audios available on there starting in September. But again, thank you all so much for listening. And thank you to my